Hey, what's up guys? Carl from TDG here, jumping in with episode 9 of the Schedule 1 Let's Play. So today's episode, we're going to be jumping right into it. We're going to be looking to make some really quick highlights today, looking to just show you guys what we've been up to, grinding out some of the new product, trying out some of the new mixes with meth. Nothing too crazy, really just aiming to keep up production while we're building up the funds to pick up that new property. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Barn. So I started cutting a lot of the grindy stuff out of this episode, and you're not going to see every time that we run out, re-up with the dealers, collect the cash, or hit the laundering of the money. I figured that was getting a little repetitive, and you didn't need to see me run inside of the laundromat or the post office every time. I am also trying to make sure that I'm including some of the packaging of the products, but not everything, keeping up with some of the mixing of the meth, but not everything, and just trying to throw some highlights in there, again, showing all the sales, all the deals that we're doing, as well as any of the notable events that occur, like trying to evade the cops or any sketchy deals that happen. And so with no further ado, let's jump right into today's episode. So we can see that was us finishing up day 1. You can see the statistics on screen, and then we are just going to make sure that we are keeping up with all of the production. Today's episode is actually going to be the last one for a little bit. We have the Path of Exile 3.26 patch release coming out Friday, June 13th. So we're going to be taking part in that. There's going to be a lot of content coming focused on that league, and with a whole lot of gameplay, some build guides, some beginner style content there focused on trying to teach everybody some stuff from the ground up. So if this series disappears for a little bit, have no fear, it'll be back in a couple of weeks. If you're really enjoying this though, let me know down below with a comment, like it, share it. And don't forget to subscribe with it, and that'll let me know that this is more of what you want to see going in the future as well. So anyway, in the background, we've really just been running around, making some sales, cleaning up a little bit, and getting some of the new additives, the phosphorus and the acid, to go back into making more methamphetamine. Like I said in a previous episode, that really is like my driving desire here, is I really want to make an empire surrounded by meth. I know coca is going to be a new plant that I'll be able to get in a couple more levels. I'm sure I'll play with that and focus on that because it's going to be one of the highest yielding products, but really my focus is to be Heisenberg and to just make this empire from the ground up again. And honestly, if I was able to do this thing in an RV, I would be. So anyway, you've been able to see that we're running around, giving out some samples to expand our clientele list to everybody that is potentially available to us. Again, continuing to re-up with all of the dealers, staying topped off on our meth production, and trying to make sure that we have all of the necessary supplies for the products that we're looking to make, as well as the mixes that we're aiming for. I'm sure you can see in my inventory that I'm running around with some Adderall and some horse semen at the majority of times throughout some of these videos, while I'm not juggling inventory, trying to throw new products to the dealers. Making sure that we're always keeping loaded up on pseudo. Again, you can see the end of day 2 or day 3. I lost track at this point of what the statistics were. Running to pick up that pseudo drop so we can get back into the cooking phase of some higher quality methamphetamine, and then bouncing over to the dealer to grab the barn, baby. Let's go. You can see our money drop all the way back down there, but this is why it's important for us to continue with the laundering process at both of our businesses. Doing that allows us to do about $6,000 per day currently, which would come out to $42,000 per week, where the maximum that we could do through the ATM is $10,000 per week. So you can see how important it is to make sure that we're continuing to keep ourselves stocked up from that point of view. Speaking of keeping ourselves stocked up, here we are with another clip of meth production and liquid meth production. Smacking another sale there before we pop back over into the bungalow, and actually taking the opportunity to actually divide up the customer base so that we are keeping the high paying customers for ourselves at this point in the playthrough. I really started to feel like this was important to do. I wanted to make sure that we were getting the most out of it. I saw a couple of videos that showed that the dealers don't really do the best job of taking advantage of this stuff, so I figured I would give it a shot and see how it turned out. With that being said, I thought this would be a good opportunity to ask you guys, how do you enjoy playing this game? Have you tried it with multiplayer? This is something that me and Tim have actually thought about bringing to the channel as well. Doing a multiplayer series where we just kind of grind it out. We pick a certain play style. Maybe we do a little role play here, little bit of Jesse Pinkman and Walter White, and really try to get in character here, really try to live it up, play it out, and see what that feels like. Obviously, if we were to do that, we would probably put some restrictions in place to keep things honest and keep things as close to on target as we could make them in that setting. So here we're just trying to, do a little slip and run, little dip, duck, dodge, and dodge. We were making a deal over here and we ended up getting seen by the popo, so we did a little slip and slide like I mentioned, running up to finish up our sales for the rest of the night before running over to the barn to start getting this place set up. I will tell you, I've seen this on video and it is huge once you step in here. I can only imagine how big the warehouse is, but I really thought this would be a good opportunity to start at least laying the foundation, laying the groundwork for what I wanted my barn layout to look like before bouncing back over to the warehouse to start recruiting more employees for the operation. We're going to be grabbing some more chemists to go over to handle the mixing in both the bungalow and the barn. And I felt like that would be a pretty good starting point, making sure to get enough resources to get both of the cook stations in the barn up and running, as well as the cook station in the main house. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to let this run out as I work on trying to figure out how to set up this routine here. I just want to thank everybody for all the support so far. Thank everybody for joining us, and make sure I don't forget to ask you guys to like if you liked it, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.